The wife of a man from Broadstairs who died in December after being infected with contaminated blood products more than 30 years ago has told this programme that getting justice was his dying wish. Sue Gorman's husband, Steve Diamond, died aged 62 from a suspected liver-related illness after being infected with hepatitis C.
And he was just one of 7,500 people who were affected by blood products that were imported from America in the 1970s and 80s. An inquiry into the scandal is due to finally begin its public hearings next week, as John Hunt reports.
Steve Diamond spent much of his life fighting for the truth about the contaminated blood scandal. Poor health plagued him after he was infected with hepatitis C.
It's become a life of sickness, illness, worry, anxiety.
Mr. Diamond's funeral was held last week. He never got to see the public inquiry he had called for, but his wife will be giving evidence to it in June. What are you hoping that this inquiry will uncover that hitherto you've been kept in the dark about?
Just why they did it, why they let it happen, why they have denied us the truth, but really just why so many lives were ruined, why my marriage was destroyed, why Steve died at 62. I just want to know why.
Around 7,500 patients were infected with imported blood products contaminated with hepatitis C in the 1970s and 80s. Much of the donated blood was from prison inmates in the US who'd been paid for their contribution. An inquiry into what happened begins public hearings next week.
Well, my understanding is this is going to be a full open book inquiry. There's going to be no stone unturned, and the families can put in their representations very widely. They will be listened to, and I think finally this will be the most open and wide investigation that's ever gone into this contaminated blood scandal.
Mrs. Gorman says the inquiry has come too late for her husband and the many other patients who've died waiting for the truth.
His last words were that those who did this to us must be made to repent. And I promised him that would happen, and it's a promise I intend to keep.
It's been dubbed the worst ever NHS treatment disaster. The public inquiry could last more than 2 years. John Hunt, BBC South East Today.